simple. We're gonna take your legs, we're gonna shoot you in the back, and you're gonna be essentially just the Bat computer, but in a wheelchair. Hey! Hello, and welcome back to Bad Take Delete. It's the Bad Take, and we're here to delete it.
We got 2 more episodes before this thing is gone forever. I can't wait. We get to do other stuff soon.
Limited time only.
Limited time only.
Limited time only.
It's like that Memento Mori thing that Markiplier and his friend did, and then deleted the channel.
You don't even remember his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Dude, fucking
his friend.
Ethan.
I never saw this.
His friend.
Ethan.
I never saw it.
His
Everyone
friend.
knew Ethan.
Did you
everyone
know
knows Ethan.
Yeah, everyone knew Ethan.
What's up, my cranky crew?
And then they deleted their channel and they said, sometimes you gotta move on. And then people are like, what if we just re-upload everything?
Yeah, that part was funny, because like all of it's online now.
Yeah, because it's like, I just want to talk
Not
about
all
this.
of it, only the funny parts.
Yeah, it's like, Markiplier's like, why do people only save 1 episode of this? Was that the funny part? Just 1 episode?
Yeah, the one where they fucking try, like, they use sex toys as kitchen utensils. And then, like, the mailman walks in on them.
Like an actual mailman or like a fake mailman?
Yes, no, a real mailman, like, came up to their window and, like, knocked and, like, was looking at them through the window while they had, like, kitten ears and were, like, feeding each other with, like, gags.
What a fun conversation we're having instead of Batman.
I love the artistic way that the channel existed, and that's the content. That's the stuff that we will hold forever in our memories.
We will definitely so.
Memento Mori.
But today we're talking about Batman: The Caped Crusader. We talked about it. JJ watched some of the episodes. I watched all of them, binging them yesterday. You wanna go into that?
Yeah,
JJ?
sure.
The groundedness of it, the Batmanness of it.
Yeah, I've been very excited for this because I love the time period. Was it the 1940s time period?
Yeah, 40s, and I think it's supposed to take place around the 40s, but it's also inspired by the 60s too.
Yeah, it's got an ambiguous 1940s, 60s vibe, but
no cell phones.
The setting,
just living in the moment.
Yeah. It's very, I guess, akin to the early golden age of Batman, you know, where it's not so much powers and shit, but more just like detective work and beating people up. Not too many gadgets. He has a car, grappling hook, smoke bombs, the basic shit.
Yeah, there's even
and it's a lot of fun
to the 1960s Batman where he has like a transparent map of Gotham, going like, I gotta find out where this person is, and he circles it.
Classic transparent map from Batman.
And you're telling me this previously that the hefty Alfred is actually referenced to the older comics.
Yeah. Alfred used to be a fat fuck in the comics. He's always been around, baby.
I wouldn't call him like that very specifically, but yeah, he was a rotund boy, a very fun guy.
What was the name of that one like character from like the 1920s where like it started with an E, like Ernest or something, and he would just like beat the shit out of people who were being like public nuisances, like people who would like pat you on the back like super hard or like not wear masks during the plague.
That was Eric.
Yeah, you're talking about the outbursts of Everett True.
Yes, Everett True.
He's a funny guy.
I imagine that, like, when you're like, oh, Alfred was rotund, I just imagine he looks like Everett True.
Yeah, when people are talking about how this takes place around the 1950s, 60s, 40s, or whatever, and people are like, you can't have a lesbian relationship in the 40s, and it's like, you also can't have Batman in the 40s. We can change a few things, you know what I mean?
I draw the line at people shifting, like shape-shifting.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my my enjoyment gets kind of tainted.
Yeah, that's a modern thing. Only modern people can shapeshift.
But
every time I see someone fuck up their face into clay, I'm like, this is modern day.
So for the first bad guy we saw is actually a bad girl. Haha, Oswalda Cobblepot. What'd you think of her? 'Cause she's a lounge singer this time.
They made the Penguin a girl?
Transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Is it?
Yes. Well, because I love the Penguin.
What's the Penguin's name?
Oswald Cobblepot.
Damn
but now
it.
it's
No,
Oswalda.
No, the old. I wanted. What's the girl?
Yeah.
The new one.
Oswalda Cobblepot.
Yeah.
That's the funniest shit in the world.
That it's just like an A slapped on.
Oswalda.
They just slapped an A on it, Oswalda. There's no way that the writers knew that was a name going in. They just looked it up and they're like what's a female version of Oswald? And like Oswalda came up and they're like, no fucking way.
They were like, let's put it as a placeholder, and then they were like, oh wait, actually this kind of works, and they kept it in the final draft.
It's fucking genius.
Yeah, in this, canonically, Oswalda has sex because she has 2 kids. Something not proven with the Penguin.
True.
True.
Very true. So they're changing a lot about her. And the thing that I've noticed through this is that it's an interconnecting story, but also they kind of have villains for like one episode and they kind of just go away. You know what I mean, JJ?
I don't know what you mean because I'm only on episode 4.
Well, the Penguin, she doesn't show up again in the rest of the episodes.
What?
No.
Boo.
Why?
Because she's in jail.
They've been hyping her up like before the show even released. She's in it for what? 5 minutes?
I mean, there is going to be a second season, so maybe you'll see her there. But like, yeah, it's one episode.
Damn. Well, I'm giving the show 2 cobblepots out of 5.
In the second episode, we actually saw I would call not only like, I mean, it's grounded the way they did it and everything, but a grounded Clayface where he can't just automatically shapeshift. They kind of just give him like a weird potion. What do you think of that?
I like it. Yeah, with the villain of the week like that, whereas some like Catwoman is just like a direct reference to like the classic Catwoman. With the way they work around like the more supernatural stuff, it reminds me a lot of the Noir series from Marvel, where they had like Spider-Man Noir, Punisher Noir, where they gave all these villains and heroes. Yeah, they gave like all the powers like a different explanation, and it's interesting. It's entertaining to see how they shifted around.
Yeah, and even with the Catwoman, how the fact that she was like arrested immediately, they're like, yeah, we clearly saw you, ma'am. Clearly saw you stealing everything. What do you think
You're
of
not
that?
slick.
I love that somehow she got that Catmobile within like 3 days.
When she's in debt and
Like,
can't pay her staff.
She just knew someone that would be able to make a car like that in 3 days.
I have a question about the Catmobile.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the motor hums, does it do like a cat purr?
No.
If it doesn't,
not that
it's a
goofy.
wasted opportunity. It's a
It
wasted
was a wasted opportunity. This is actually a good point. It's going down to 1 cobblepot, unfortunately.
And when it came to Batman's Rogues Gallery, I think they had a nice, I mean, we'll get into like the more supernatural stuff in a second, but like a groundedness to it. Like in episode 4, they just had Firebug, which is quite literally just a guy with a flamethrower. Very, very devious bad guy.
What, Firefly?
Yeah, no, Firebug.
His name is Firebug? I always thought it was
Firebug.
Firefly.
Yeah, that's a different guy entirely.
Oh.
Yeah, what'd you think of him and how they kept trying to catch the Batman and everything?
I just couldn't. All I remembered was how he was a character in the new Batman animated series, and I loved that they brought him back for this. He's been in retirement for a while. The guy with fire guns.
Now you haven't gotten to episode 5 yet, but that's where Harley Quinzel comes in, and people were mad that she was Asian now and not so wacky.
What?
Yeah.
L.
Are you
L
saying
on everyone
Oh,
else
okay.
saying that.
No,
Yeah.
I like everything about this one. I have the rundown of her character, and I've seen clips that kind of go past where I've seen. I like this version of her a lot. I think it's pretty good. As like a solo version, detracted from the Joker.
Yeah, I think the design and everything is fun because wasn't Harley Quinn just a Batman the Animated Series character or something like that?
Yeah, she was just like a sidekick that slowly got popular and kind of, in my opinion, rolled out of control. So this version's pretty good.
Yeah, luckily
she
for
got
you,
gay.
because she was gay the whole time and Asian in the 40s, and people were like, you can't have either of those things.
You can only have Firebug.
Yeah, there is a scene in, I believe, this is the 4th episode, where they're like, hey, Bruce, do you want to talk about your family? Because clearly you have PTSD from a child still that you never really solved. And he's like, nope, I'm good.
I like that scene because they show just how fucking creepy and fucking insane Batman is. When they showed little Bruce Wayne and he wakes up in the middle of the night, goes to Alfred,
They're all gonna pay, and you're gonna help me.
and then closes the door. And Alfred's just like, all right, I guess I'm going to commit my entire life to this kid now.
Average 12-year-old on Reddit.
Yeah, I saw that screenshot being posted on Twitter everywhere. It's like, Alfred, I wet the bed.
And you're gonna help me.
You can
And you're gonna help me.
Yeah, luckily for you, Harley Quinzel shows up for a few more episodes and then fucks off.
Yeah, she sounds like the main villain of the show. No?
Nuh-uh.
No.
Oh, I thought that's what
It's
I
crime.
remember that being
Crime is the
crime in
villain.
general.
And mobsters.
Crime in general.
Yeah.
Oh, crime. I thought you said prime. I'm like, who the fuck is that
Crazy.
villain?
Optimus Prime.
Now I'm gonna
Yeah,
talk
Optimus
about
Prime rolls in.
I want to talk about some of the things I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, go on. Tell us.
Like for the biggest thing that I don't like is Harvey Dent.
Mm-hmm.
I know in a lot of iterations he's like this, but I don't like when he's just a sellout, like shill.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not a fan of that version of Harvey Dent. I kind of like when he like actually tries to fix shit and then he gets fucked up.
Boy, does he get fucked up in this. They have that whole scene and everything. But it's not in the courtroom, actually.
It's in the bathroom.
The bathroom. You already
He
told
slips
us.
up. He's
Oh,
shaving,
God.
He's shaving his beard and then he slips and then half his face comes off.
Oh, I was thinking of something different in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He was just jorking it. And his
Get your head out of the
And
gutter.
by jerking it, I mean my quarter.
yeah, he does have the classic quarter and everything.
He was flipping his quarter in the stall for like 30 minutes.
An issue I have with...
He's like, I need this to finish.
So they do the 2 split face thing. You know, obviously, I mean, that's gonna fucking happen for his character. And they don't do any crazy stylized visuals for that. They kind of do, like, you know, blurring the background slightly when he's thinking to himself, maybe like a shadow here and there. I think when it became grounded, they weren't gonna do any like creative artistic aspects to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it perfectly, but could have been better. But what else did you not like about it, the series so far?
Again, I'm only halfway into the show, but I feel like episode 3 was like the first Batman episode, whereas the other 2 had Batman in it, but he was not really like the main guy. Which again is probably going to change as I go, but just to start off the series, it's like, I don't know, I feel like you'd start with the title character and then branch out, not the other way around.
Yeah, for a lot of what I've seen for this, because I saw the whole series in like one night and everything, Batman is kind of flat throughout the whole show. There's not really any introspectiveness. There isn't like, ooh, I gotta do more. But that's just the issue, the fact that this is only 10 episodes. Like, we are getting a second season, but like these Batman shows used to get like 26 episodes per season.
I don't agree with that as a
yeah?
like a deflection, because like Superman and like the Lois and Superman show or whatever has 2 main casts and all these, and it has a bunch of branched off characters, and it's able to juggle all 3 pretty well. But like in this one, it, like Renee gets more focused than Batman in the first 2 episodes, and she's fine, and I like the stories themselves. It's just I wish Batman got center stage a little bit more, especially this version of him that we barely know.
Yeah, we do see a lot more of Jim Gordon and Barbara Gordon for some reason, and I was like, oh, hello guys.
Ew,
you're here.
Barbara.
Yeah, the show feels like a crime noir with Batman in it.
Yeah, it'd actually be funnier. Not funnier. It would be actually cooler if it was in Gotham, animated, and Batman is just kind of like a mysterious figure, but you follow like Gordon or Barbara. You know what I mean?
That's what the show feels like. And honestly, if that's where they want to go, then power to them. I guess I just came in expecting a Batman show, which was my mistake.
Yeah, it was your fucking mistake, you idiot.
You know,
Batman
clicking on the show
Crusader.
called Batman. Yeah.
It was this show's mistake to include Barbara.
Might be.
So 2 things that that they're going to be upcoming that you think you'd be interested in is, in one episode there's a ghost. And I mean not like a guy pretending to be a ghost, I mean like an actual fucking ghost.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, I'd like there not to be any supernatural stuff.
But then
I mean,
yeah.
well, come on. It's DC. There's going to be like a little bit of supernatural.
Just a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
but I
like
like it when
Poison
it's
Ivy.
not.
Well, she
I
doesn't
hope
show up
Poison Ivy
yet,
gets shot.
but
Well, still, you know, it comes with the territory.
I want Poison Ivy to go around with like flower pots that she throws at people, and then she gets like shot.
She's just like, yeah, it's like Venom throwing eggs, but it's Poison Ivy throwing flower pots.
I'm Poison
Like, right at
Ivy
someone's
in the
head.
real world.
and interestingly enough, Nocturno shows up in an episode.
Oh, cool.
And she's sucking out the souls of people.
Oh,
And I was like,
cool.
all right, guys, what's going on? Because when the ghost thing happened, I thought they're going to be like, oh, it's just projections, and this guy uses air or something to punch people. It's like, no, that's just a ghost.
They should have just had the Scooby-Doo gang at the end explain it away.
That could be funny. But they do have some other characters that show up, like Onomatopoeia.
That I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
I don't want to know anything about that episode.
No
I love this
problem.
character.
Yeah, I think the series has a nice future, and I really like the backgrounds and the art direction and everything. Like, I think it's a nicely designed show. It looks pretty to look at, but it always has that thing for like modern DC cartoons. They always go a lot into the VFX. So like when you're watching it in lower quality and everything, you can't see the thick outlines. So because there's always like some light on the characters. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer like older style. Like, show me the thick lines. I want to see the lines of someone who drew this. And there's one animation mistake I saw, just very brief. It is the most, you're not gonna care, but I'm gonna show it to you and it's gonna bother you. Is that when Harvey Dent is wonking in one scene, I sent it in the chat. I'm gonna put it on screen. You see that?
Huh?
The window has
what
like
the
a
fuck?
shadow on the wrong layer somehow, and I was like,
God
Oh
damn it.
my
The
god, that's so funny.
The show is over. It's actually over. It's so over right now.
Yeah,
And it can be traced back to this episode.
I'm glad that you can barely see, like, is he Two-Face? Is he not Two-Face? Like, no, just pay attention to the animation mistake. Very minuscule, does not matter in the long run.
You know, I like that this is kind of almost like a spiritual successor, or like addition to like the Fletcher Superman universe. I saw that apparently Lois Lane shows up in the show, and she's designed like strictly from the Fletcher cartoons. Like,
Yeah.
it's a little Easter egg.
We might, I mean, considering that this was made by Warner Brothers, then this, like, actually distributed by Amazon Prime, that could be fun. Like, maybe a 1940s Superman shows up, you know? That could be interesting.
I'm interested to see if they're going to continue the Fletcher like inspiration like into the World War II Chinese propaganda racist cartoons, you know.
Oh, could you imagine in like an episode's like Bruce Wayne, World War II's coming around, are you gonna enlist? And he's like, I sure will, wink wink,
because I hate the Chinese.
Whoa.
Batman, you can't say that, half the cast is Chinese.
Yeah, I don't think they can do World War II. They'll probably just call it like the Great War or the War Overseas, you know what I mean? They can't be too
No, they're
specific.
gonna name it something horrible and racist and terrible, like a real Batman cartoon.
In this Batman interpretation, Bruce Wayne is racist.
I want to have like some celebrity sit down in front of before the episode and explain how like one of those things where it's like, you know, this is a bygone era, things were different, and I wanted to, I want them to try to explain how that works for a episode made today.
I mean, like, hey, it's the 1940s, so we can say all the bad words and slurs.
I want them to put it on the spot, one take. Like, they don't tell him what he's recording until he sits down, and then he's like, shit, fuck, all right. I mean, it's not the worst.
Yeah, like Batman is vaguely racist, but like he still fights bad guys. But it's just like, Alfred, do you think it might be the Chinese? And Alfred's like, I don't know, maybe.
I'm in this one, Master Wayne.
He's like, I'm not comfortable with this. I have a lesbian Chinese friend.
Also, I'm eating a hot dog because I'm fat in this one.
A hot dog.
A hot dog,
A hot
Master
dog.
Wayne.
A hot dog. You have to say it without the H.
Yeah, he's still British,
A
by the
hot
way.
dog. But what?
But a water.
Not dog.
Yeah, no, they do the thing where it's like, Batman, your parents died. Blah, don't you, blah.
Like he didn't know.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but he's a kid, and then immediately starts training, and then he's just Batman. Like, we don't have a lot of, like, callbacks, to where, again, it's just kind of like a police show from the 40s, but Batman's there too, I guess. I don't know, but...
Maybe it's like one of those things where he forgot why he was doing something, and someone reminds him, and he's like, oh, fuck, that's it. God damn it.
Your parents are dead.
Right, that's my motivation.
But we have some other topics.
I know.
Oh boy.
The first one, JJ, you're gonna like, is that DC finally figured out that comics are too fucking large, and they're reprinting a lot of the old comics, but in the understandable format to hold in your hands.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
The weird, they're doing Hush and all that, and that looks cool. But I'm always gonna prefer the big fuckers. I like to see the drawings.
Well, yeah, but most people read manga, and that's like a reasonable size, because the reason why manga is the way it is, like the size and everything, is it's so businessmen and kids can read it on the train. Portable.
Oh no, yeah, people
Yeah.
they're gonna make fucking shit tons of money with this. But as someone who doesn't give a shit, I'm always gonna prefer the books that are too big to like carry socially.
You prefer
Like the ones that look like they can. Yeah, I like the ones where they're like, they might be a briefcase or it might be a Batman book.
Have you ever read Batgirl of Burnside?
Yes.
I love that book, and it's like one of those like huge books with like really pretty drawings. I need to get my own copy of it.
Oh, the art style for that's great.
Oh yeah, like it really inspired me during my animation class. That's why I want it so bad.
I will say though, and you're gonna hate me for this, I do prefer Barbara Gordon in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah?
She was in a wheelchair?
Oh my god, really? You don't know? Yeah.
I'm sorry, my only introduction to Barbara Gordon is through Gotham, and when she was like Barbara Keene, and she was so annoying in that show. So I just hate Barbara. Or no.
Oh,
no,
no,
you
yeah.
mean Barbara Gordon? Fuck, I keep forgetting that he named his daughter after his wife. I keep forgetting that.
You know, a pivotal thing of her character is getting shot in the fucking back trying to save Superman or somebody, and it's like, oh, you're in a wheelchair.
I think yeah, I think she talks about it in the comic. It's she got paralyzed and she became Oracle.
Yeah.
She was like the eye in the sky for Batman and his friends. And I mean, I'm happy that she's, you know, not paralyzed. I don't want to.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not pro paralysis.
Well, that's why you always nickname her Wheelie. It's like, oh, there's Wheelie.
No!
Oh, yeah. I just think it's.
Hey, that's not your word.
It's just funny that she gets paralyzed and she becomes like an icon for people in wheelchairs, and then she's like, just kidding, I'm fixed. I'm normal again.
Just kidding. No more representation.
I
mean,
fit, and in the comics, yeah, it's weird.
I would say, depending on the continuity of Batman, technically he could fix her paralyzation with alien technology or something. You know what I mean? Like
DC,
come on.
Yeah, DC Comics like headquarters has a big light switch in their room that whenever sales are like leaning a certain way, they just flip the on and off for her legs.
Have you done that in one of your superhero editorials where it's like, we're taking your legs, Barbara?
No, but I think that will be 100% in the next one.
Or like a dedicated Batman's like, oh my god, he got shot in the back. That means you got to sit at my computer all day and tell me what to do because I don't want to do
Oracle.
that.
We're gonna take your legs, we're gonna shoot you in the back, and you're gonna be essentially just the back computer but in a wheelchair.
Also, you have to feed Robin's cow once in a while in the wheelchair
Cow?
still. Yeah, he has a cow.
We'll
He
give you like
does?
we'll give you a stick with like a piece of gum on it so you can like get the bag of cat food on top of the shelf.
And she's like, doesn't Batman have technology to fix me or something? And it's like,
No,
yeah.
but like this is what the viewers want.
Yeah, no,
No, we gotta save it for justice.
we gotta save that for justice.
Justice!
But other fun stuff such as SAG-AFTRA. SAG-AFTRA has struck a deal with AI startup Narrative for audio voice replicas and digital advertising that the union asserts sets a new standard for ethical use of technology and also makes it easier for performers to give consent and get paid. And I saw a bunch of people quote tweeting this, and it's like, we don't want any AI, buddy. We don't want any.
Wait, so like
that.
nothing? It meant nothing. All the strikes meant nothing.
Yeah.
Well, SAG-AFTRA
Great.
is actors and like voice actors, so like on camera, off camera, and so they just kind of said, well, voice actors, fuck you.
Yep. Thanks. Congrats, Tom
Yuppie.
Hanks. Enjoy not losing your job. I'll see you at the picket line.
But people who might be losing their job, love that transition, by the way.
You?
Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling have been named in a cyberbullying lawsuit filed by Olympic champion Iman Khalif because
Ooh.
in Britain they have very strict laws against cyberbullying and harassment. They will get up to maybe 5 years of prison, and I think it's like a $280,000 fine.
They're not seeing the inside of a cell ever.
Nope.
Well, as a frame
But
reference,
they'll eat the fucking bail bill or whatever it is.
as a
Yeah,
frame
they'll
money.
bite that bullet.
As a frame reference, J.K. Rowling has not tweeted since August 7th, so her lawyer probably
Yeah.
told her to shut up.
Look at her! She's scared!
But in the craziest news, actually not really that crazy considering the music, it turns out Kanye is addicted to nitrous gas.
Yeah.
And it's,
So is
I
Freddy
saw that.
Fazbear.
yeah,
Whoa. Yeah, his icon in that conversation was fucking Golden Freddy. What the fuck?
yeah, when I saw that come out, I was like, yeah, I've heard his last 2 albums. Of course something's going on there. What's going on?
Apparently, it's not even just him. It's like multiple artists. I saw someone say Lil Uzi's on it too.
It's like nitrous gas is like very terrible for your brain. Like, you can just do regular weed, man. You gotta go.
It's
extra
literally
stuff.
burning
Doesn't hit the
brain
same.
cells. It's literally like you think he thinks he's seeing like Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, his brain is actually just burning alive.
Can you imagine if he stops doing the nitrous gas and he's like, everything I said about Jewish people turns out just the gas, the nitrous gas, making me say those things, and people are
The
like,
bimbo gas.
good cover, Kanye.
Honestly, that's not a bad cover because like with a lot of drugs, you can be like, oh, weed doesn't make you think that. Cocaine doesn't
Yeah.
make you do that. But with like nitrous gas, how many of us can be like for a matter of fact, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if nitrous gas would do that or not, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
but my
I'll
eyes
give-
are on
I'll
you.
take your word on it.
Yeah, my eyes are on you, you little rascal. But like, I don't know. I mean, I can't say for sure that nitrous gas doesn't make you a Nazi. Can anyone? I mean,
Just, oh, you little Nazi rascal.
Remember the
like next
yeah.
time you go to the maybe next time you go to the dentist and you get it or whatever, like for the 3 seconds that you're still conscious, like just try to think of like your friends that are in different like racial groups and see like if you're
No.
just think about it. I mean, it's like we'll test it.
Do you remember in the 40s where cocaine was legal because it was like a prescription thing you could just buy?
Yeah.
There are like very few videos of Adolf Hitler like very much stimming at the Olympic because he's clearly high on drugs. It's like, what if Hitler did not take drugs? Would that change anything?
What if
When
he
you
took
s-
nitrous oxide?
Did you
or
say
whatever it is?
he was stimming,
Stemming? What's the thing where you keep moving around because you're high on drugs?
fidgeting?
Fidgeting. He was fidgeting.
Stimming.
Like when you say when you say stimming, like I think like he puts his hand in the air. It's like, oh, I'm overstimulated. And he just has like
It's like, yes,
he has like a little fidget toy.
yes, Adolf, here's your
Little
fidget
clicker.
spinner.
No, little German boy, don't be overstimulated. Ah, I'm steaming.
Oh yeah. Before we get into the question that we ask people everything, one of our
Yes.
fans, the Obsidian Archives, was like, "Hey, can you watch one of our things and talk about it?" And I was like, "Sure." And I forgot, and now it's 2 weeks later, and we're talking about it. And I showed you guys
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
episode. JJ has thoughts immediately.
Well, let's specify. We didn't see a full episode. We saw just the clip. What's it called?
It's not a clip. It's the full thing.
short.
Imps
Oh,
Gone
okay.
Wild between 2 characters.
Imps Gone Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
The animation style is really fun. The characters are really nice. I like the little gremlin wizard's fucking
Yeah.
voice.
Little guy.
That I think you should. I don't know. I don't think that it's the most creative thing for the joke to be that the imp is naked with titties, and then that's the joke. But otherwise, it was cool.
Well, I don't know why he's lying. Like, during the call, he was hooping in the hallway and slapping at his knees, going like, whoa.
None of that happened. Not a single inch of that happened. That's all a lie.
You did a
He
dwarven
did
laugh.
that weird
Yeah.
that weird old man laugh where he goes like hyah hyah hyah.
These are what we consider unreliable narrators in the literate world.
More like the illiterate world.
Got him.
You know,
We're never doing this show again.
yeah, I thought it was fun. I don't know why it was 60 FPS. Like, you don't have to do 60 FPS for animation, so just save time and money just by doing 30 or 24.
Yeah, but again, I still think we should focus on the fact that the joke was titties.
Yeah, and JJ wanted to know if there's a way to see the uncensored version anywhere.
I didn't say any of this. This
Yeah,
is
he
again
was talking about
unreliable
that
narrator.
like right before the
no,
podcast
you
started.
you
So
shut
where is
up.
it?
You
Like it had been like 5 minutes since we watched it, and he was still going on like,
No,
"Man, I really want to see
no,
those uncensored demon
no,
titties."
no,
We were like,
no,
man, hey, JJ,
no.
calm down.
Say, where
none of
is
that
it?
happened. Not a single part of that happened. You're all lying. You're all fucking liars, all of you. And I don't want to take any part of this or any other lies from any of you. You sick fucking Oswalda bastards. Fuck all of you.
Oswalda.
Now that,
Oswalda bastards, yeah.
now that we got your trust, I'll mention one thing about Batman before we get into the question about the show.
Yer.
At the very end of the last episode, there's a little scene where the Joker shows up. You can't see his face barely, and he says, yes, it works. But not like in a Joker voice. He just says it like that. I can't wait for you to see it, JJ.
Sure.
He goes, yes, yes.
Thanks to the Joker.
What did you think of Batman?
Parentheses, Joker noises.
In Crusader, what other topics should we talk about? And we asked people, and here's what they said. CDI 4726. Never seen it. Talk about how Murder Drones is ending. Yep, it's ending.
What? I thought it was
yeah.
super popular.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Murder Drones by Glitch Productions.
Oh, I haven't seen a single episode of that.
Me neither, but I thought it was super popular.
It is, and they're ending it on a good note rather than extending it forever.
Okay, that's fair then.
It's kind of like, hey, did you like Hazbin, Hotel, and Helva Boss? What if we had 4 more seasons of that each? And you're like, well, let's get through one season at a time, buddy.
I haven't.
OD25. Do you guys have been following all the news around Mr. Beast, and especially his Amazon show Beast Games? The dude watched Squid Games, didn't get the whole point of capitalism bad, and say, I'm gonna do this exactly in real life. Of all the Mr. Beast news that's been happening, that's what you're focused on.
I'm more
I was
focused on
gonna
Mr.
say.
Beast.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast killed a little, like, Egyptian boy
Yeah.
with a knife, and he threw him behind a trash bin, and they found it, and he got away with it.
Yeah,
Is that real?
I've seen it happen.
That's real.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen all the times where Mr. Beast, like, makes people compete, and then now there are articles saying, like, yeah, it kind of hurt. It kind of sucked.
I love that. Yeah, my favorite part of the drama, and which is probably not the healthiest thing to say
favorite part of
considering they're
the
pedophiles.
Yeah. Not Mr. Beast.
Is that
He's
the
not the pedophile.
No, not him yet. But like I
I
love
feel like he's
the
at least a little bit of an enabler, maybe.
I love
Whatever.
the dog pack video or whatever it was, and he had that other guy come on who was the whole time just like his biggest point was that he got tired because he had to stay up during a challenge for like $1 million. It's like I don't know if you sign up for the I will stay awake for to win money challenge. And
Yeah.
we're surprised that you had to stay awake.
I didn't think it would happen to me.
Like, yeah, like tough shit. I don't know. Like, what do you want us to do? Kill him?
Yeah,
Should we all kill Mr. Beast like Julius Caesar now because you stayed up for
Wasn't the
30
thing
hours?
where it's like we pitted everyone from 1 to 100, and here's the best age, and it's like the babies are disqualified. Why are they even there?
The babies almost won.
Oh, they did?
They had a boy genius baby.
Oh, okay, like the movie Baby Geniuses.
Yeah.
They actually had the baby genius from Baby Geniuses. He almost won. He concocted some kind of ray to like reflect the light into like some kind of special beam, and he was actually blinding contestants.
Did you remember that from the 2000s, JJ? Where it's like, what if
Baby
babies
geniuses
talked?
where they're bouncing around.
No, specifically where it's like, what if animals talked and what if babies talked?
Yeah, that was like every movie for like 10 years in the 2000s.
That's what people got mad at Kangaroo Jack because he didn't talk. They're like, where isn't he
He
talking?
talked for 2 seconds. They got mad at Kangaroo Jack because every trailer had the fucking a scene of the Jack fucking kangaroo talking. Every trailer. And it turned out that all the footage in the trailer of him talking was literally all the footage that was in the movie of him talking. Because they just get high and he talks for 2 seconds. That's the
crazy.
entire thing.
JJ remembers this, but at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in all the trailers, they showed him facing off the rhino, and that was just the end of the movie.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that. We finally get to see like the rhino in Spider-Man. He's throwing a fucking sewer lid, and it's like, oh, this is gonna do some damage. And then the Mark Webb.
We're gonna see see the Rhino in the Kraven movie. Or see him.
Which is great because, as I know and understand now, every time a Sony movie comes out with a villain, it's a villain that the Marvel universe can't use.
I understand that from a marketing perspective, because it's like, I thought we already had one guy. Why is there another guy? So I understand. But you know who else they can still use?
Who?
Big Wheel.
Big Wheel. Big Wheel's gonna be in the movie, and he's gonna be a big fucker.
Real painted jam.
He's gonna be a big wheel.
Oh. It was fine, 6.8 out of 10. I didn't really like how they changed Harley Quinn. I fear her usual abusive relationship with the Joker is more compelling, and that's what they've seemed to set than what they've seemed to set up. They kind of just have more of a generic Batman villain. The classic educational professional goes crazy and starts doing it wrong in a costume. But I did like how they played her up being a psychologist. Her psychoanalyzing Batman, even having Bruce Wayne go to her as a patient, was cool. Batman felt in character, and then I like the new voice actor's emphasis on the difference between Bruce Wayne and the voice of Batman. The visuals were a bit bland, and the pacing was rough in some episodes, but overall I think the show was fine, and all of its major flaws can be easily fixed in future seasons. Oh yeah, I like the voice of Batman, because it's kind of like... It's very Batman.
I kind of don't like that he has like the dark gravelly voice even when he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I kind of like it better when he puts on the voice for Batman, and it's not just the Bruce Wayne voice.
Did you know that a guy who plays Harvey Dent plays Batman in Batman the Brave and the Bold?
Really?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, fuck yeah, of course it
Yeah.
is. I recognized it. Why did I forget just now?
Because he's that good of an actor, baby.
He's that good of
That's
an
a
actor.
good an actor. Heavy Point 2770. I personally really enjoyed it. Thought 2 episodes in the second half of the season felt just a little flat. Overall, it was a pretty good adaptation. I enjoyed the recontextualized villains. A standout to me was actually Clayface in the second episode that acts more like a false face.
Yep.
Love that. With how he goes
I
about
love
his
that too.
crimes. But deep character cuts like Onomatopoeia and Firebug, as well as a few cameos from live action 60s Batman villains, as well as cartoon villains in the Harley Quinn episode, were fun little neat moments. How Batman and Two-Face mirror each other in similar but opposite ways in the last 2 episodes was also a refreshing bit of change. I love that.
Epic.
Yeah, I remember there being a discussion with Bruce Timm, and he's like, there aren't a lot of good female Batman villains, so we made Oswalda female. And I think it was just kind of hey, what if we made her a woman? Okay. And they had to make up a reason later or something, or like a PR reason. Because you can just do that with characters. You can just be like, hey, what if the Joker was a woman?
I will say it was pretty genius to make the
Oswaldo.
Penguin a woman, because like it's literally no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I haven't even seen, like, I know the people that were obviously get pissed off.
Yeah.
But even them, they're like, they gave up after a while. They're like, nah, fuck it.
They
Yeah.
should
Oswaldo.
do more like if they're gonna gender bend a character, they should just do the whole fucking cast. Like they should just make everyone who was a guy a girl, everyone who was a girl a guy. I feel like that would be like a way more fun thing to do.
I think for a lot of the stuff that they showed so far, because there is like supernatural stuff. So on the top of your head, JJ, can you name me some female Batman villains that aren't like supernatural based or like superpower based?
None that I know for sure aren't from the animated series. Like I'm thinking of the
Catwoman.
doll face, whatever her name was.
Yeah, Dollface is a pretty good example.
Harley Quinn.
If that's her
She's already
name,
there.
I remember.
Because Catwoman, she's a burglar, so she would obviously show up in the 40s. Pretty good. A Poison Ivy,
Catwoman.
she controls plants, and that's more of a powers thing. It's kind of hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I can't off the top of my head, I can't think of any non-supernatural or powered female Batman villains.
Because even for a lot of Ra's al Ghul stuff, I know he was in the Batman trilogy and everything, so maybe like his daughter can show up. That could be interesting. You know?
Oh, there's Punchline, I guess.
That's fun. But
I think that's her name, right?
I'm very glad that when they gender bent the Penguin, they kept her the same body shape. Because usually when characters are gender bent, they're like, oh, skinny or attractive. You know what I mean?
The only thing I don't like is that they made her voice all soft and nice.
Oh, what if she had the same exact voice actor as a different penguin?
I think what she should have had was like the soft voice whenever she's talking with people, and then when she's like behind the scenes, she has like her little. I'm the penguin, remember?
Yeah, the penguin.
Yeah, I'm the
'cause, like, I would-
penguin.
Imagine seeing like the normal penguin, all crinkly and small, and the little monocle. And he's like, "Hey, Batman, how you doing, man? It's me, the penguin." Bye.
But as for
Just not right.
the Discord server, we also asked the exact same question, and we got some
Yeehaw.
answers. Bretter Voices, the new Bertman shows akin to a ride in the Bertmobile itself. It's very cool and stylish, but there's still bumps in the road that still make you hit your head on the roof so hard you'll have a concussion. When you've been to Universal, does that happen? Do you bump your head to concussion?
I didn't bump my head, but I almost broke my toe.
Oh, very buried on the no, how'd that happen? How did it happen?
Oh, so it was during the Halloween event, and I got chased by the chainsaw people, and I tripped. I hit my hip against like a pole, and I fell down, and my shoe came off, and
Oh,
it was
no.
like perfectly like on the floor, like still upright, and they were both just like revving the chainsaws like rah, rah, like around it, like yeah, shoe, like it was very funny. And then like I was still like a lot of adrenaline in my system, and then I kept walking. I was like,
Yeah, well, they
my
don't-
foot.
Mhm.
really hurts. And yeah.
What they don't tell you is that if you like go around and hurt them instead, they're legally allowed to take your wallet. I did not find that until recently.
What?
Yeah, if one of the chainsaw guys is attacking you and you punch them in nuts, they're legally allowed to take your wallet to avoid being sued. You didn't know that? You didn't know
No.
that. JJ knew this because he used to work as a chainsaw guy. He stole a lot of wallets.
Really?
Yeah, JJ did.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's how he was able to
Yeah, like
afford
3 of
his
them.
apartment.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, you think he earns bank with YouTube? Nope, wallet stealing. Very on the contrary. I thought Caped Crusader was a nice homage to BTAS, Batman the Animated Series. Hamish Linklater did a really great job as Bruce and Batman. I like that he differentiated the identities like Conroy. But one gripe is that Gotham felt empty. I wish they filled the city with more people. Hopefully next season they fix that. Do they mean like physical people on screen drawn, or do they mean like more characters like we recognize drawn?
Probably more just like in general people, because actually that's a good point. So far, I don't think I've seen that many civilians. It's been more just like the main characters. It's like 6 people in the city at a time.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, considering how dangerous it is at night, makes sense, you know what I mean? Why would I go outside? It's dangerous.
Not actually, no. In that case, it should be people fucking throwing like Molotovs at like bakeries and shit.
Oh yeah, Dev, in the first fucking episode, Oswaldia has a fucking like missile launcher.
Oswaldia?
Yeah, Oswalda.
Now you're just fucking with us.
Oswalda has a missile launcher and shoots the police department and says, I could just do this. It's like, I love this.
I could
Most
just blow up a
Penguin-like
hospital
moment.
full of children. I don't care.
Basically,
That's literally
so.
the Penguin too. What I would have also liked is if he spoke in like rhymes, like the fucking Penguin from the 60s show. But these are all things to be desired.
Bubble toil and green and color. Fortnite card of $19. Eye of
I don't-
Newton, eldest wine. Compilation of dankest vine.
I don't want to do any more of the show. I think we end it here. I don't care how many questions there are. After that, I need
After that?
like 5 minutes away.
We gotta do like one more question because this person kept asking about
Fine.
this.
It better be the craziest, best question ever.
It's actually not. As far as topics go, side order, Splatoon 3 side order. As far as Batman goes,
yeah.
I've never watched it. Actually, this is my first time hearing about it. You know what? It's like the second to last episode. So side order is a Splatoon 3 expansion pack. You play as
Yeah.
like Agent 8, and you go do some missions and have fun. And there's like this robot that seems like Pearl, which is like an idol from a different game. I think the second game. And it's like, is it her? Is it not her? And you just kind of do some fun stuff. I haven't played it. I don't play Splatoon.
I have never splatted once.
Actually, I'll tell you a story about Splatoon if you want to hear it.
I beg to differ. I have splattered many a time.
But when I was at a Korean market, there's one near me, it's very good. When I went to a location, like one of the marts in it or whatever, I got like some Toon cards. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's Splatoon cards. My friend would like these. And so I got them, but when I looked at it closer, because it was all in like Japanese and everything, they weren't cards. They weren't like the Splatoon cards. Can you guess what they were?
What?
Cookies. They were exclusive Japanese Splatoon cookies with exclusive stickers in them. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry these weren't the cards you were looking for, but like, I hope you enjoy the cookies I sent you instead. They liked them though.
Splat.
Hope you like the Splatoon story, and yep, this is the, I'm gonna use a college word. You ready for this?
All right.
This is the penultimate episode of the series. We still got one
Dun
more
dun dun.
in 2 weeks.
Big boy word.
And I think next week is just gonna be Q&A. We can just ask Q&A stuff, and that'll just be the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or we can just talk. You know, maybe the 3 of us can just talk about our experience with this.
That could be
Oh,
good
yeah.
too. Yeah, all the grips, all the gripes.
Why did you start
the
with
grapes.
grips?
Grips?
Yeah, what grips?
Lighting. In film terminology, a grip is someone who deals with electronics and moving around stuff. So yeah, grips. That's what JJ does all the time. That's a good save right there, bitch.
Good save.
Good save.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'm telling you film terms. Love that.
Film.
Love that.
Casablanca.
But goodbye, everybody. We're going away this time. We'll be back soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll see you
Bye.
for one last time, you
One last
fucking
time.
idiots. Love
Yeah.
you.
Love you guys.
Tune in
Goodbye.
in 2 weeks.
Bye.
See ya.
Tune in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's
how
how
the cookie
the
crumbles.
spaghetti meatballs.
That's not a
that's not
fucking
it.
saying.
That's how
You made
the
that up on the spot.
spicy
She made that up on the
meatball
spot.
crumbles.
What is this?
She made
What's
that
that
up on the
about?
spot. That's not a real
That's
fucking
how
saying. Get her out of here.
the crumble crumbles.
That's how the cookie
That's not
bakes.
even remotely close
Get
to the
outta
right
here.
one.
That's how
What are
the
you doing?
crumble
Oh my
cookies.
god,
my
this is
God.
why the show's ending. This is why the show's ending. We would have gone 2 more years. 2 more years.
2 more
if it
years.
weren't for this.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.